I'm so fucking tired of being disappointed by men. I'm so fucking tired of getting hurt.
Look at little Goblin Jr. Gonna cry?
I'm so fucking tired of men lying and then calling it honesty. I'm so tired of men pretending like they want to be in a relationship with you and literally pretend and act like they're in a relationship with you just for them to turn around weeks later and say they don't want a relationship with you. So what the fuck were you doing the entire time? Were we playing pretend? How old are we? I thought we stopped playing pretend when we turned like 9. Why are we still doing it? Why are you a little boy?
Whoa, 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 hey!
In a man's body. Why have you not matured yet? Why do I have to be disappointed and feel like a fool every fucking time?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the content you love to hate. And you know, a video is going to be absolutely hilarious when the caption is, "I'm done with men." Big rant. I'm still laughing by watching the intro. Haven't watched the video. Let's have a watch together, gentlemen, and let's see why this woman is so upset.
I'm so fucking tired of being disappointed by men. I'm so fucking tired of getting hurt. I'm so fucking tired of men lying and then calling it honesty. I'm so tired of men pretending like they want to be in a relationship with you and literally pretend and act like they're in a relationship with you just for them to turn around weeks later and say they don't want a relationship with you. So what the fuck were you doing the entire time? Were we playing pretend? How old are we? I thought we stopped playing pretend when we turned like 9. Why are we still...
No, we haven't stopped playing pretend. In fact, you are playing pretend right now as you very speak, right? Because you're pretending that you're this traditional lovely woman who wants to find something serious and men just play you, but you're not. And how do I know that? It was subtle, but maybe you noticed she said they pretend as they are in a relationship. She didn't mention that she was ever part of a relationship. She makes the story in her head, right? She thinks that these men want to be in a relationship. She thinks that just because they pay her a little bit of attention, she is entitled to all their persona. But in reality, what these men are doing is the very old trick of being attractive and saying a few key words to get these women into bed. All right? It's all they're doing. So don't pretend, okay, before you call us little boys and immature. No, you are the little girl who is very stupid and you're falling into the same trap over and over again, and you want to put the blame on us? I mean, I'm sorry that you're so dumb, but it's on you. Yeah, you are the one who keeps selecting the same men over and over again. And we all know, of course, that these men, it's not about the personality, it's not because they are really funny or charming, it's because they are attractive, right? How many times does a person need to make the same mistake for you to realize that they're not even trying at all, that they're just addicted to anxiety and are making the same choice? Okay, it's like a football team that loses every time, and each time they blame it on, oh, this time it was the weather, we would have won otherwise. Oh, this time the other team cheated. Oh, this other time the referee was paid by the other team to support them. They keep making up excuses, and they lose every match, and they lose 46 matches, and they keep blaming other people. Like, how many times does one person need to fail at the same level, at the same spot, for the same reason, for you to realize that the problem is in those people, not in men in general? Let's continue now.
Doing it. Why are you a little boy in a man's body? Why have you not matured yet? Why do I have to be disappointed and feel like a fool every fucking time?
Because you suck. Like, I don't know about you guys, but from my personal experience, the women who are traditional and they want a relationship, they manage to get a relationship, all right? There are not a lot of traditional, polite, kind, beautiful women out there who are looking for relationships and they just simply cannot get them, okay? In fact, I only know 2 or 3 like this. All the rest of the women who are traditional and want a relationship, they manage to get one. It's not that hard. It's not rocket science, alright? But leave me your experience down below. Maybe some guy will say, you know, Hiran, actually I know thousands of women who are traditional and perfect catches, and they still can't find a man, because you see, all men happen to be trash. Yeah, that's the case from my experience. Leave it down below if that's the case.
I'm so tired, because from what I've also learned about guys is that they know right away. They know pretty early on if they see it with you or they don't, and they're not going to waste their fucking time if they don't see it, right? And I'm not talking about like just keeping you around, kind of breadcrumbing you just to like be able to get into your pants so that, you know, you go out on a night out so that they can text you at 2 a.m. and you come over. I'm just saying, like, I've gone through enough, I've been through enough that like I know the difference. I can usually spot the difference. I'm talking about guys that are...
Yeah, she can usually spot the difference, and this is why she's making a rant about not spotting the difference, right? This is a rant about, oh no, I've been played again, they got into my pants again, I allow them to pump and dump me for, you know, for the 100th time, but I know the difference, guys. No, she knows the difference, that is true, I'm not saying it's not, she knows the difference, it's just she doesn't care enough to apply it to her life. She knows the red flags, she knows that these men won't commit, she absolutely knows it, it's just she's addicted to anxiety.
Are coming over, cooking me dinner, hanging out multiple times a week, going on dates, paying for things. I'm meeting their friends, they're meeting my friends. Like, very much dating, right? So you can do all of the long-term relationship-y things with me, but then turn around and say you don't see the long-term relationship with me.
Now wait a minute. Didn't you say that men know from first instance if they want to be in a relationship or not? So if you know this, why don't you secure the commitment up front, right? It turns out, guys, that all men on planet Earth, they breadcrumb you, they pretend as they are in a relationship, they cook for you, they buy you things, they gift you flowers, they write you poems, but then suddenly they leave. Maybe they are abducted by aliens. Have you considered that? I don't know, but... Wait a minute again, if men know from first instance whether they want to be in a relationship or not, just ask them for the love of God instead of complaining here on TikTok. If it's that easy, just secure the commitment up front and you wouldn't be having these problems. Like, you say that you have these problems for the 100th time, yet not once have you asked these guys in the first instance, hey, before we get to do all the relationship stuff, let's first be a relationship. That's what a traditional woman does, by the way, before spreading her legs like a 3 or 4. Alright? It's as easy as that. But here comes the kicker, guys. Here's the key. She knows that the moment she asks these guys for commitment, they will leave, because she knows deep down they don't want to be with her. She knows what they're after. She knows that these men only want to pump and dump her, and she's absolutely okay with it. Alright? Here's the thing. No matter how much they cry about it, oh, I've been used. No, it's just like the little door that they leave open so they have a way out. So they don't look like the massive 3 or 4s that they are. And they say, oh, I didn't know. They lied to me. I didn't know that this will happen. No, you absolutely knew what was at stake. You absolutely knew where things are headed. And this is why you're not asking for the commitment up front. Because you want to get pumped and dumped. You want to get used by Chad and smashed. You want to meet Pookie, and that's why you do all of this. It's pretty clear.
Don't tell me you're innocent. Because it insults my intelligence.
Everyone's like, oh my god, Lindsay, how do you deal with heartache? How do you deal with like getting rejected and getting your feelings hurt? I like don't handle it well, but the more it happens, the better I become at just like fucking letting it go. I used to always turn it around and be like, okay, well, what happened? And why me? And what did I do wrong? And why didn't he like me? Now, there's no rhyme or reason. I've literally learned that it is nothing to do with me. And that's not to say I'm perfect. That's not to say that, like, you know, everyone has to like me. But it doesn't matter, honestly, what they tell me. It doesn't.
This is why most of the times I give the advice that you should not be going for divorced women. Should not be going for single mothers. You should not be going for women who have dated around a lot, because this is what happens. They lose their feelings, they lose their pair bonding ability, they lose their accountability, they stop thinking about ways that they can improve themselves. They are so used to being left behind. They are so used to getting their heart broken, that they become so cold, right? And they are really just bad aspects in dating. They're just bad options, right? And they have this attitude of, I'm going to put the blame on you every time. I'm not going to take any accountability. I'm not going to change at all. I'm going to blame you for everything. Just really bad dating options. This is why men just avoid women with high body counts like they are the plague, as they should.
Make it any better. So asking them like what went wrong, save yourself the fucking time. Save yourself the text message. Save yourself. They're gonna lie. You're never gonna get the real truth. It sucks to get excited about someone and to really put your time and energy and for it to be reciprocated and for it to be going well and then for it to be taken away from you without you understanding and without getting any type of like good reason, because most likely it has nothing to do with you. Because honestly, I think he could see a long-term relationship with me because he wouldn't have done all that shit if he couldn't have, and it's something that he needs to deal with within himself. Either one, he's not ready for a long-term relationship, period. Not because it's with you, with anyone. And maybe you're the first girl that he actually started to see and feel a long-term relationship with, and he panicked. He freaked out. He had put his foot in the water and he panicked and got cold feet and basically blamed it on you.
It's so stupid to listen to these women trying to rationalize why they haven't succeeded at the same task 60 times, trying to put the blame on men. Oh, it's because of the... Again, it's like the football team example that I gave you. You're trying to put the blame on something else 400 times. It's like, how many times do you need to realize you are the common denominator in this situation? All right, again guys, if you want to be with a woman, don't go for these women that have been around the block, that have been with multiple men, that come with divorces, that come with kids. Instead of getting a base that has been broken 40 times and trying to put all the pieces together and make it stick, instead go for the woman who is innocent, pure, and she has been with no people or only with a few people, and she in serious relationships, right? Who doesn't have a high body count. Get that vase that is already in one piece and beautiful, and try to make the best out of it. Don't go for these ruins of women that will just crush your life.
When in reality, he might have some unhealed trauma, isn't over his ex-girlfriend, is stressed out. Like, you never fucking know, but most of the time, the guy is not going to take the responsibility or take the time to probably self-reflect and deep dive into why he can't see a relationship with you when you guys get along like a house on fire, and he probably won't find someone that he gets along better with in a while, and maybe he'll figure it out later and, you know, and be like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't have done that.
No, that won't happen, my dear. That won't happen. These guys forget about your existence the day after. And the reason why they leave is not because they have unhealed trauma or their ex, or they won't regret it in 15 years. You know, they won't be telling their grandchildren about it. Ah, there was this one woman, she was the best ever, but I made a huge mistake. No, no, no. They don't like you. They don't want to be with you. For them, you are a somewhat better enhanced version of an S3X doll. You are a professional stitute that doesn't require money or just a few flowers or something like that. That is what you are for them. That is why they leave, all right? And you telling us with this TikTok that you are a 304 and you have a massive body count is more reason for men to view it and say, okay, this woman is easy, I can get her in bed and be out of there the next day.
But by that point, it's going to be too fucking late. So I can sit here and boo-hoo and be upset and, you know, and try to hope that he figures out what he lost, or just understand that the person that you're meant to be with won't fucking, like, let you go and will realize how special the person in front of them is and won't do shit like this.
Special? You are literally the opposite of special. You are the most common object. You know, guys, when you play games and there is a looting system where you get different items, and in some games there is this item that is the most common one, that at a certain point in the game you have like thousands of these objects. This is what this woman is. She's like the most common out of them all. You are the most basic 304 with a lot of trauma and high body count, daddy issues, and addicted to anxiety. You're nothing special. The women who are special, the women who are worth keeping, the women who are gems in today's society are the women who evade all of this behavior you're doing. They are the women who have standards, who have principles, who have a moral code that they put above this hedonistic approach and physical needs. And they are the ones who don't spend their time on day on men who just want to use them. They are the special ones, not you. But the video ends right here, guys. I'm gonna quickly switch to another scene because Ampu is on his last legs and I don't want him to pass away. We'll leave that for another video. But as a closing thought, I love how these women, they are so entitled, so out of touch with reality, that the way they think is, if men don't like me and don't want to commit to me, there's something wrong with them, right? I just love the the way they rationalize this. Because all these men didn't want me, it must mean there's something wrong with them. Because you see, I'm such a gem of a woman. I'm just perfect, damn it. I'm God's gift to the earth. And there's no other explanation for these men running away from me and not willing to touch me with a 6-foot pole or stay with me or commit to me. It just means there's something wrong with them. Beautiful, gentlemen, beautiful. Well, thank you for watching. Leave me your thoughts down in the comments. This one was enough for a full video. No more women today. Thank you guys for watching again, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.